This is the loadout for the biggest PP2000 in BattleBit Remastered. This thing absolutely shoots bullets and is very big. Oh, there's a... How are you not dead? Wait. Sorry, that's my bad. That was the wrong audio. Let's just run it back. Round two. Oh my god. Now if we have a quick look at the base stats of the PP2000, the damage is at 23, which is definitely on the lower end. This means that it will take 5 shots to kill someone wearing no armor, and 6 for medium armor. Our vertical recoil and horizontal recoil are really good though, being very minimal. Velocity, one of the main negatives, being only 350, so this is a very close range quarters weapon as the damage drop off starts at about 75 meters, so you really want to use this at close range. Accuracy, also indicating that you want to be using this close up. Probably the two biggest positives of the PP2000 is the high fire rate at 900, as well as the big magazine at base at 40 rounds. The muzzle flash is actually very low at 0.1. Controls at 100, aim down sight, and running speed. All these are bonuses for SMGs. To start off, we'll check out the barrel. So the main negative of the PP2000 is actually its customization. In the barrel attachments, we only have the choice between a suppressor long and a suppressor short. As you're watching the footage in the background, you're probably realizing that most of the clips I'm not even using a suppressor. I pretty much tried out both when I unlocked them, but for the big memes and the big PP, we have to go the suppressor long for the extra long PP distance. In all seriousness, I think the short suppressor is better for the recoil in this situation. Accuracy, as seen in my comparison video, doesn't really do much, as well as we get a less on the first shot kick. So if you were going to use a suppressor, I'd actually use the short. And then again, if I was using the PP2000 and after doing some tests in the firing range, I would actually recommend not using any suppressor. We already have a muzzle flash scale of 0.01, so this thing will be hardly making any output of muzzle flash in the first place. The suppressors on this gun are pretty much pointless unless you want the extra distance, which we do, so we will be equipping the suppressor long, but really just don't use any suppressor, it doesn't need it. And then up next we have side rail. I don't use any of these. The other negative is that it only has one magazine attachment as well, that is the extended A. Now the extended A also makes the thing twice as big. So we will be slapping on the extended A for the extra distance. So now we have the ultimate long and big PP. The extended A is the attachment that you want to equip, giving you an extra 20 rounds. The main negative of the extended A is the additional recoil and the running speed, reload time, draw speed all reduced, but the attachment does increase your kill potential on enemies without armor, and with anyway. Without armor, it increases your kills from a total of 8 if you don't miss any body shots, up to 12 kills, also without missing any shots. But that's an additional 4 kills that you can get from having the extended A mag on. As well as this thing does no fucking damage, so you want more bullets. And top sight, just pick your personal preference. I just go with the trusted red dot. But that is the big PP2000 build, as big as you can get your PP. This is the biggest PP in the game. If you're looking to flex on your enemies, this is the gun that you need. But realistically, just take off the fucking suppressor, and this is pretty much what I'd be using. I've shown you my big PP loadout as well as what I'd actually use. The main thought that you're probably having though is why wasn't the PP2000 in what weapons to use at what levels? Is because just looking at the stats wise, the PP2000 is very shit. just to be frank. It is on the lower end on the time to kill scale, and there are so many other better weapons that you can use that just outperform this gun. In majority of the clips that I am showing, you can see I am in a flanking position, and not many of them are when the enemy have a first shot on me. Otherwise, I pretty much lose all of those fights, as seen in the first clips. Of how many bloody hit markers this thing gets. But the main reason I wanted to use the PP2000 was pretty much for fun, and that's where I come back to. If a gun is working for you or is giving you enjoyment, you should just use it. Even if it isn't meta, I'm all for not using meta weapons, even though I will use them and abuse meta weapons when I am trying to get high kill gameplays for myself or trying to beat a personal best record. Any gun really is viable if you become good with it. Now, you will lose gunfights compared to other high time to kill weapons like the Vector for sure, or the AK-15, but if you know how to flank, this thing is pretty good at being undetected, which is one of its main benefits. Even without the suppressor, as I was mentioning, the muzzle flash is only 0.1, so you're not going to be exposing yourself just by shooting. The gun sound really doesn't stand out as well, so it can blend in with your enemy's gunfire, so people are less likely to turn around because they hear your gunshots behind them. So it's a pretty good flanking tool. Just be very aware that you will be getting a lot of hit markers, and you have to train your brain into putting a lot of bullets into your enemy before switching to another target, which in those first clips you can see I shoot at people and then I change target and then I go, why aren't you dead? You should be dead. I've shot you 4 times, you should die. Or even 5 times if they have armor, and then exo armor, I'm not even counting how many bullets I have to put into them. It's ridiculous. So exo armor enemies will ruin your day. You pretty much have to bend over when you find an exo armor player with the PP2000. Just give up or switch out to C4, either one. The PP2000 with the extended mag and the long suppressor do make it the longest and biggest PP in BattleBit Remastered, so if you want to flex on your enemies and let them know who is the real daddy of BattleBit, make sure you use those 2 attachments. I've also left in the end of game stats. Now you can see I do actually perform better without the suppressor on, just to be another indicator of I do recommend not using the suppressor on it. But that's enough of that. I know this is a bit of a more of a meme loadout build. I really do want to try out all the weapons though, and I actually ended up having the most kills on the PP2000 before I started unlocking more of the weapons in my progression, which I thought was pretty funny. I think I've already taken over the PP2000 though with the Vector in kills, just because that thing is still an absolute machine. I think a good change for the weapon would be giving it a damage boost, so it is over the 25 damage mark, so then you can actually kill people in 4 rounds. In that case, I think the gun would actually be quite viable, but as it stands, 5 shots to kill someone without armor sucks big doo-doo, so this is going to be definitely on my bottom side of my tier list when I eventually get around to it. Anyway, that's pretty much it guys for this one. I hope you enjoy some of the clips and some of the memes. Before I leave you though, just a quick reminder, in my last video I actually compared all of the gun stats in BattleBit Remastered, so something like control that you think actually does something for your gun, it actually doesn't. And I recommend you checking out that video, even if you skim through it and just see some of the comparisons. It actually is quite interesting. I know it's a long one, but yeah, I highly recommend skimming some of the stats that you actually think might be affecting your gun, and some of them don't. So give that a watch, as well as if you're looking for people to play with or just a community to join, I do have a Discord. We just hit over 500 members in the Discord, as well as we have a BattleBit Remastered clan called We Are Big, and that is coming very close to 100 members, and once we do hit that I might do something special just for clan members only. And that should be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're so close to 5,000 subscribers. If you do enjoy my content and enjoyed the time watching, it would mean heaps if you did subscribe to the channel. Creating content has always been one of my passions and one of my dreams, so it would be really appreciated, to say the least. Anyway, I've rambled enough and talked your ear off. So once again, thank you so much for your time and for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.